What's going on, guys, and welcome to Dirt Plus. Today I've got a story about the last time I was in new car sales. Let's get into it.
That's my dog, Uncle Big Back. Pull up!
Alright, so to tell you the story, I got to time travel back just a little bit. Some of you guys may not have been around at this time, but let's journey back to 2010. Anybody remember 2010? We're kind of crawling out of that little mortgage home finance crisis, that whole Megillah. But the biggest thing in 2010 was the bring back, the return, the bring in the the Camaro. Damn right, the Camaro was coming back in 2010. I would happen to be a salesperson at a Chevy dealership in the greater Kansas City area. The last time I sold new cars happened to be back in 2011. I was working there in 2010 and into 2011 when the Camaro was king. It came back with a vengeance. It had the 6.2, had a 6-speed. It was very cool, very hot item. Very hot item. Even if a V6, monsterly, just banging vehicle. I sold a double handful of those things back in 2010, and it was a great car. Still a great car to this day, still making crazy horsepower. It's fantastic. So I worked there for, let's say, about 8 months to a year. My time with that dealership wasn't crazy long. But in 2010, rolling out some Camaros. What happens at the backside of 2010? What happens at the end of any year? The auto show. Every big city, every swinging region has an auto show. It's when all the dealerships, all the manufacturers can bring their latest and greatest, newest, best thing to a one spot, and everybody can just walk around and put their hands on it, check out the colors, the new features, and all that stuff, what's going on. The Camaro was coming out with the convertible in 2011. Granted, everybody gets them a little bit earlier, about 3 or 4 months before the actual year itself, which means that 2011 can get it in 2010. It's one of the things that all manufacturers do. It's part of the gig. At the auto show at Bartle Hall, it was a good time. I had my nice little button up on, had my tie, my khakis. I never wore dress shoes, but I wore very nice cowboy boots that my dog ended up killing, and that was about $500 out the door. We're rolling along. We're at the auto show. As a salesperson, you have to just go and shake hands and kiss babies with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that swings through there, hand them out business cards, and talk about the latest, greatest stuff, and da-da-da-da. I went and checked out a couple cars. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot coming out in 2011 that really, blew my skirt up, but the convertible was the hot item. So after about 30 minutes of buzzing around and looking, came back to my deal, and I started just kind of, hey, what's going on, doing this, doing that. And there was a gentleman that was walking around the 2011 Camaro convertible that we had on display there. Good looking car. No, convertibles really aren't my bag, but good looking car anyway. It's a lot better than the 4th generation Camaro that looked like a dang catfish and then into a catfish speedboat. Not my bag. He took a couple laps around. What's going on? Hey, bud, da-da-da-da. Making some rapport happen, asking him, what's going on? Well, you like this car? Da-da-da. Yeah, I'm looking at it, convertible, all that. Cool. Start giving him a walk around, check out the engine, check out the inside, sit in it, have a seat, play around with it, mix with the mirrors and whatnot. He would get around to the trunk where the convertible happens to be. The convertible was folded in at the time, so it's just open air, easy peasy. It's like, yeah, I like it, but the trunk space really isn't there. Bud, you can fit a whole body in this thing. You can get a Sopranos episode out of this car. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. He's like, yeah, the hardtop has a bigger trunk. I'm like, sir, you can fit, I'm not being coy here, you can fit a whole body in that car. He's like, yeah, you can't. I was like, sir, let me ask you something. If I can squeeze my 6'2" at the time, 280-pound fat butt in this car, in the trunk, latch it in the whole kit, you want to come buy one? He's like, you ain't fitting in this car. I said, that's not what I asked, sir. I said, if I can get myself in this trunk, am I going to see you tomorrow to come check one out and possibly buy one? He said, yeah, we can make that happen. Fantastic. Climb my big gorilla ass right into the back of that car and let's get your name and let's get you a customer survey and we'll check you out. The next day happened, sold him a Camaro, bada bang, bada boom. Days go on, months go by, things happen, you know, sold a couple here, sold a couple there. I've always been kind of a middle of the road salesman. I really never chased people out the door, didn't let them leave and all that stuff. To my own dismay, I don't like really forcing people to buy stuff. I've had a couple of them where I really threw it down their throat, and a couple I couldn't sleep well at night. Single moms, you know, $700-800 car payment, 20% interest. I got too much of a guilty conscience for all that stuff, so it's really why I don't do it anymore. This part was the final nail in the coffin. I had a good month coming up. Let's say I had about 7-8 cars going, decent enough, and I get a call across my desk. I'm like sitting there, I'm just farting around on my phone. At the time we had razors and the smartphone was just kind of becoming a thing. So got a call across my desk, this is so-and-so looking up. I just came from the Dodge dealership and I'm looking at a couple work trucks. Hey, we got work trucks too. Let's talk about what you're looking for. He's like, I want the cheapest base model, you know, run the mill, just beat them up, and I'm gonna give them to you with 250,000 miles in a couple years. Fair enough. We had a couple on the lot. We had the two that I sold, believe one was 17.9 and the other one was like 18.2. So there's like $300 worth of difference. I don't know what the difference was exactly, but it was $300. I think one had cruise control, the other one didn't. Not a big freaking deal. But every dealership does this. They have little special pamphlets they hand out for, we're doing this month, we're doing this month, blah, 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 whatever. At this time, we had a pamphlet that came out and it was for commercial vehicles. If you're a business owner, you can sign it up as a commercial vehicle and you get a $1,500 accessory bonus. You get like a ladder rack, side steps, weather floor mats, all that. You can get a bed liner. I think that's like, that'll chew up half of your $1,500 or 2/3 of it, whatever. But he's like, that sounds great. Dodge doesn't offer anything like that. So he went ahead and he said, I'll be in tomorrow. We'll sign the deal, blah, 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 blah. We'll go from there. This gentleman shows up and I get him sat down for 2 minutes. I go talk to my boss. I'll go to the ivory tower, the sales tower. You know where the guys with the degrees and, you know, PhDs, Papa has dealership, they'll park their asses up on the ivory towers and you go talk to him, say, hey, I had this guy, commercial deal. He's coming to buy 2 trucks. He's going to get these accessories, He didn't even give me 2 seconds. Popped his ass up, walked over to my office. Hey, sir, my name's blah, 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 blah. Come with me. Takes him to his office. I'm like, all right, hey, this is an easy deal. I don't even have to talk to him anymore. The manager's got my back. Right on. Deal gets done. The accessories get put on the trucks. Me and my brother at the time was working with me. We were both selling cars, you know, putting Fords on the boards, Dodges and garages, and we're moving these Chevys. We take him to his place of business. We pick up his 2 piece of crap trucks and bring them on back. Easy peasy. What do you think about that? We get to the end of the month and you get your pinks. Your pinks are your sales sheets where it breaks down how much this car made, how much that car made, and so on and so forth. $200, $300, $400 there, whatever. These trucks, with the accessories and all that stuff, were $400 a pop to me. That's what the salesperson was going to get after the deal. I get my pinks, going through it. I'm like, hell yeah, $200-300 here, a couple $100 there. I was looking to make, you know, $3 or $4 grand after dust settled and all that stuff. I'm having a good month. Bear in mind at this time, I was driving a 1994 Chevy Cavalier with well over 200,000 miles and beat to hell and back. But wasn't doing, you know, I wasn't driving a Mercedes and, you know, having press slacks and shit every day. I was kind of, like I said, run-of-the-mill salesperson. I really didn't apply myself too greatly, and I'm glad I didn't at this point, because once I get down to the 2 trucks, which I was expecting to see 400 and 400, goose egg, zeros on both of those trucks. Okay, looked at my brother. I'm like, you believe this shit? What's going on with this? He's like, I don't know. Went and talked to my boss. I said, hey man, hey, top dog, let's talk it out real quick. He said, you are not a commercial salesperson. Let's just give him a name. Carl is the salesperson for commercial. He got the 2 trucks. That doesn't sit right with me, because I got the up. I walked him through what's going on, the pricing, this, that, and the other. I deliver the freaking vehicles, right? I should, at bare minimum, get a half. You know, instead of getting an X, you're getting a slash. Get a half, and to them combined, I get an X out of the deal. Hey, I get one more car sold, I get a little bit of money in my pocket, boom, 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 we're good to go. The commercial guy wanted nothing to do with it, so he just walked away. He had nothing, he didn't have anything to say to me. He knew it was fishy and crappy, but after a couple minutes of me pleading my case to the boss, he said, sucks to suck, pretty much. I'm like, well, that's unfortunate. Here's my key. I quit. I walked out that day. As I was walking out, I told my brother, hey, I just walked out. I'm quitting. I'll be back to pick you up here in a little bit when the dealership's closing. Because you don't, as a salesperson, you don't work, 7 a.m. to noon, noon to 8, whatever. You work from open to close. And he's like, okay, sounds good. Apparently, shortly thereafter I left, I probably didn't even make it out of the parking lot yet. One of the other salespeople were talking a bit of static about me, saying, probably I was a crybaby because I was missing out on deals, whatever. I didn't get really the whole story out of the whole thing, but him and my brother got into let's just say, a bit of an argument on the front lawn, and he called me and said, turn around, come get me. I quit too. That's somebody that's got your back. Whether that be your brother, whether it be your boy, whether it be whatever it is. If you got somebody that has your back, you got somebody that has your back for life. And my brother's got my back all day, every day. I came and got him. He quit too. He was a little scruffled from the whole mess, but tucked the shirt in real quick, make sure it's looking presentable. Took him straight over to the Ford store. Had a job the next day. He's good to go. I didn't, because I was too much been out of shape to deal with that stuff, but he ended up being a salesperson there for years and years, and that was the last time that I sold new cars. Now granted, I've sold everything from Subarus, Mitsubishis, Hondas, Dodges, Fords, you name it. I've just about had my name on a sales sheet for one, but that's the last time I sold new cars. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, maybe sub. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.